Bless you. You
Yeah.
look gorgeous as always.
I'm learning from you, sis. As always. I said
Oh,
I have to look on point because Diana's gonna be on point.
oh, bless you, bless you. After 6 months and you glowing like this, over some, you have another baby.
No, 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 no. I'm done.
Are you?
I'm done.
All right. So, family, welcome to Diana's Diary. Welcome everyone to our screen. One lovely lady that I respect so much, someone that I really revere, and it's no other person than Sister Harmony. She's got a lot to tell. Okay, today, so I just want you to share. If you see yourself on this and you don't want to be greedy, selfish, Diana's Diary is all about, sharing.
Yeah.
We all want to share ideas, experiences, and whatsoever. So I'll first of all welcome Sister Harmony. Thank you so much for availing yourself to be a blessing, an asset to Diana's Diary. I know this is divine. I can testify to it because it's been up and down, cancellations upon cancellations. And I appreciate you, okay, because I know where you're coming from,
Yes, yes,
having
yes.
a baby and all that,
Yeah.
and so I'll leave you to introduce yourself to our lovely viewers out here.
Hello, everyone. My name is Harmony. I'm a mother, a wife, an author. I'm an entrepreneur. I have a couple of businesses under my belt. And I'm also training at the moment to be a Christian counselor. I have a passion for helping women, especially mothers, to rediscover who they are and to walk in their God-given purpose and to discover their talents and to utilize what they have inside of them.
Wow. I didn't know about the pastoral bit too. We'll go into it. We'll go into it. So, lovely viewers, let me just tell you a bit about my encounter with Sister Harmony, okay? So, I like to appreciate people. I love to, when you get the opportunity and someone has been, a tremendous figure in your life, you just sometimes have to appreciate them. And I'll just use this platform to appreciate Mary Quia wherever she is.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it was through Martha.
Yeah, you call her Martha, isn't it?
Yes.
So it's through Mommy Kia that I got to know Sister Harmony.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, I needed help. I needed help. And that is why I always say that experiences and people sometimes you hop on people's experiences to be where you want to be. They say ignorance is not an excuse. But if you don't ask, that is when you find yourself wanting. Okay. So I asked Mama Yuki, I'm like, questions from me. And the advice she gave me has brought me this far as I'm speaking to you. And by God's grace, I own a couple of houses. Okay.
Super proud. Super proud. Yeah.
And
Well done.
to Sister Harmony, she was like, Diana, if I got that opportunity,
I was in your shoes, definitely.
I even want to go to that Northampton. And you're thinking of a council, I can connect you. I've got so many links that I can get you a place. But no, I don't want you to do that because there is hope. There is a journey out there. And that conversation was so deep and it was entailed with so much honesty. And I thought I needed you here.
Thank you
so much. And thanks to Sister Martha, Mami Equia, as I called her. And Thanks for being a blessing. So today,
Thank you. It's been a long time coming. 7 months ago.
7 months ago, 7 months ago, when I said to honest that I have people that I know that okay, this person was a blessing to me because it's all about Diana's diary. People that has been a blessing to me that I know that they carry some oil, they carry some honesty, they carry something that you need somebody who will be loyal to share their experiences with you to be able to move forward in life. And those were the people. I have about five, and you were one of them. So you saying no to me, you said, Diana, the confidence, come on, I just had a baby. And the next time, Diana, I'm like, God, please make a way.
But I believe that this is the perfect timing.
You think so?
Today is the perfect timing. Look at the date, 11/11.
Oh,
And the time we chose, 8 o'clock. So, I've always believed that the number 11 stands for what? Divine alignment. And 8 is new beginning. So it's like God is saying, today is the season of divine alignment that will shuffle us into a new beginning. So today is the right time.
wow.
Yeah, today is the right time. Yeah.
Wow. I remember speaking to you. I'm like, the harmony. So when you didn't know what you said, Diana, make it 11:11.
11/11, yeah.
We normally do it at weekend. So why is she saying anyway? I don't have to struggle before she changed her mind. 11:11. I said what time? She said 8. And today happens to be like a prophetic,
Day, yeah.
all
Yeah.
right. So let's swim in it and let's grab every opportunity that today will give us. Motherhood.
Yes. Yes.
Why this topic?
Hmm. It's a topic that is dear to my heart. I'm a mother myself. I've got 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. My eldest is 10. And so it's been a while that I've been on this journey. And, sometimes as mothers, we get lost within the role of giving our all to our children, that we lose ourselves in the process. We lose focus on what God had instilled in us. Sometimes we lose confidence because of body changes. Sometimes because of long-term unemployment due to looking after the children, we lose confidence in going back to work. And so this topic of rediscovering your purpose through motherhood, I feel like it's so important because there are a lot of mothers that need to rediscover themselves. And I always say you don't have to choose between being a mother and chasing after what God has placed in your heart. You can have it both. I always say that you can have it both. You just remember who you are. You remember the kind of gifts that God has placed inside of you, and know that there are destinies attached to you. I always preach this. There are so much destinies attached to you, and there is loads inside of you that needs to come out. And you can do that side by side whilst raising your kids. And so I feel like a lot of mothers need to hear this and need to know that there is value in them and there is things that needs to come out of them. Yeah, that is the reason why I chose this topic.
There is value.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to discover yourself. As women, we go through so many, challenges, especially after birth. So someone will be asking, Sister Harmony, to discover myself. I lost myself when I entered into that marriage. I lost myself when the children started coming. I lost myself when combining marriage and work. Now, Sister Harmony is here telling me to rediscover. How can I rediscover myself?
I always say, go back to the person that made the handbook. For example, if I created a washing machine, for example, I'm the creator. I invented it. So I know how this washing machine is going to work. I know the value that's in this washing machine. I know what I created it to do. And if it goes wrong, I know how to fix it. And so you, as a person, who is your creator? Go back to that source. Yeah. Go back to that source. And
Oh,
yes, when you go back to your source, you will rediscover who you are.
wow, this is a simple answer.
Mm.
This is simple but very deep. So go back to your source. Go back, which is God.
Which is God.
Hmm.
Which is God. And that's the root of everything I do. As you know, I am a passionate lover of God, you know. Everything I do, it starts with Him and it ends with Him. If I'm unsure about something, I go back to Him. I say, God, at the moment, this is the situation. I need to hear from you. What do I do next? And He always directs your path. He will always show you the next step to take. Yeah.
Wow. Harmony. I just want you to tell us, okay, a little bit. I know you've got so much under your sleeve, like you just mentioned. I know you're a mom, you're a wife, and you've got all those businesses. We are not shy about it. And we thank God. I bless God for your life and the opportunities that God has given unto you, okay, to be a blessing. I know you're a quiet type. You don't want people to know your businesses, but please. Of someone having the opportunity to be able to manage herself and stand in the position where you are, please, I'm begging you on Diana's diary, let's be clear with us. Okay. I want you to tell us here how you are able to combine. I know you have one business that we were talking about
Mm,
recently,
mm, mm, mm,
sending staff or
mm,
goods
mm, mm, mm,
whereby you just do it in bulk
mm, mm,
and you just take your money.
mm,
Okay. It's no longer the ones that you take it there, people will sell it for you and
mm, mm,
says that it's in bulk and
mm, mm, mm.
know more about it. Okay.
Yeah.
And I know you also have
The
cook
clothing is
the cooking business whereby you
the
do
clothing business.
the clothing.
Mm.
So you take me through all the and how you are able to manage that with Harmony Blog.
Yeah.
Because Harmony Blog came and has inspired a lot, especially myself. So how do you do all these businesses and still selling shito in bulk for people? You still own an organization that is up to come. Women, I think.
Ladies of distinction.
All right. So take us through. How are you combining all this and still manage this for kids and still do Harmony Block for God and for Christ?
Okay. First of all, I'm glad I've got your platform. I hope my mom is watching.
Oh,
Mom, if you're watching, say hello. But I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you to my mother, because she is the force behind who I am. I grew up in a single parent household, and she is a strong woman. She's demonstrated to me what being a mother is, not and getting up and doing something, not depending on somebody, even though you can, but getting up and doing something. And so who I am, I owe it to her first of all. So thank you, mommy. I love you so much. God bless you for is also instilling in me the love for God. I remember one thing I'll never forget is my mom said, "Come rain or shine." I think I was about 8. She said, "Ajwa in soto area abo." Sorry, dear. Yeah, yeah. There is not one day that we are not going to church. Sorry, and that word stuck with me up till now. And she really instilled that hardworking nature and the fear of God in me. And so, for me to be able to do these, number one, is because of what that woman instilled in me. Awoya medawasi bebree, why? Nyankopɔn nhyira. And also God, having that personal relationship with him has helped. And also balancing everything, prioritizing the things that I need to do. I have a spouse, and so I've learned that I need to ask for help whenever I need help. Before I used to try to do things on my own, but as God was taking me through this journey, I realized that no, there are people around you for a reason. And so now I'm not afraid to ask people for help. I'm not afraid to rest when I need to rest. And that enables me to prioritize things properly and to know when it's time to do business, when it's time to take the kids out, when it's time to teach them, and when it's time to fellowship with God, and when it's time to just rest. So it's all about prioritizing as you go, not being afraid to ask for help. Yeah, and having that one-to-one communion with God. Yeah, for me,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how I've been able to do it.
Not being afraid to ask for help is very, very necessary. And I compound that on,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it is for us
You
to.
know, there's two people in my life that I can definitely say that if I call them at 3 a.m. in the morning, Lady Diana, they will pick up, and wherever I am, they will rush and come and help me. Yeah, and so I've learned not to take those people for granted, and to know that these people have been brought into my life by God, and to utilize them. I think many at times, mothers, we feel like we have to prove a point that, oh, I can do everything by myself. But you have to get to a point where you say, no, I cannot do everything by myself. I need help. And God will always place someone in your life to be able to give you that help. And again, I want to take your platform to say thank you to my own Chocho Mucho. She's sitting right here with me. She's sitting right here with me. Ama medawasi bebree wa Nyankopɔn nhyira wo. Yeah, she's the one that we do business moves together. She's also a mother, yeah. We do business moves together. If I want to start a business, I'll call her and say, Amma, I want to do this. What do you think? And she's like, oh, let's put our heads together. Let's do it. You know, if I call her at 3 a.m., Amma, I'm tired. Come and take these kids away from me. She will come.
So she has come to support you with it.
She has come to support me today. She's looking after the kids whilst I'm doing this, because my husband is working. You see, so having people like this in your life, you need to. If I had said no, I want to do everything by myself, you can't. That's the reality. You can't do everything by yourself. You need help. And so don't be afraid to ask for help as a mother, and don't be afraid to give yourself that grace to rest when you need to rest, recharge, and then get back into get back into your flow. Yeah.
No, as you mentioned about that kind of friendship, there are some friends that comes into your life and you don't want to lose them.
No.
I've got like three people, and let me also use the opportunity to appreciate them. Okay. I'll mention the man, and one is my husband. It's like a friend. He's Kwame. Kwame is so I don't know. Me who is say or your angel, a person who respects you, and if my husband is not there and no family member or whoever can be there, say you can trust this person. And now who he or when that person is there.
There.
The sacrifices they will make for you. And I think the world will need people like that. Not that I don't offend him, I do offend him sometimes because we are that close. But is the love and how you cherish that person that brings about that forgiveness that you want more of him all the time. Those people are like backbone. And I've got Jeffrey Prophet, wherever you are, shout out to you. Thank you so much for being a blessing. The lady I won't mention because I'm mad but I can count on at any point in time. It's ama Nyamin Shroud.
Amen.
You are telling us that in life, no. I think say no.
It's not about the quantity, sister. It's not about say me 100. No. It's not. Even if you have one, and it's quality. That's the most important thing. It's not about the quantity, the amount of friends you have, but it's about the quality of those friends. No, there's lots of people that have so many friends, but they cannot count on anyone. But if you have that one friend and you are able to count on them, again, let's not take people for granted. That's what I always say. Don't take people for granted. If you know that this person is a God-assigned person in my life, you need to cherish that person. Yeah.
Cherish that person. Cherish that person. Thank you so much. I need to take you back, Starmony. Like you said, you've done businesses, you've got Harmony Block. What inspired you to do the Harmony Block? Because one, you just give free scriptures, advice about religion, about Christianity, and you go deeper. So I will entreat anybody that has not heard about Harmony Block to go on TikTok. Are you on TikTok, sister?
I'm on TikTok, yes. Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I'm on Facebook as well. I'm on Instagram.
Great. So if you find this video wherever you watch it later or now, later on, go and have a search, read about it, and you see how God is using Our Lady to be a blessing to the Christian kingdom and whoever that don't have salvation.
Amen.
So it's I want to first of all, have you felt, there are times that you feel like giving up. Emotions. But you always this vibrant. I know you are shy. You are not people person. You are very calm. So that it's not out there, but you carry this kind of wisdom that anybody that comes in contact with you will know that, wow, I'm not leaving this lady the same. I've come and I'm going with something. So me person me who free will say. Have you faced any challenges in life before? I say it has always been like a go-getter like that. Is there that you have faced that you want to share with us so that we know that life is normal? Because me I thought they hit me, but I love to always share.
Is that challenge is dear. As we are all human, moja it's me free Mubande. I have faced my own fair share of challenges. But by the grace, I always say this, that I am a product of the grace of God. I am a product of God's mercy, truly. And I truly, truly believe that, because I have been through a lot. In marriage, I have been through a lot. In battles, I have been through a lot in friendship. But what has kept me going, like I said, is just the mercy of God, and just the blessed assurance that my Father is there whenever I need Him. I have been through, as you know, I think we've spoken privately before. There was a time where I went through marital hell. I went through. Next time we'll go deeper, but I went
Go
to.
deeper, you know, but now,
Yeah,
there was a
yeah.
time that you lost yourself.
I
Okay,
went through
that
abusive
marriage,
relationship, yeah. And there was a time that because of that abusive relationship, psychological abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse, I lost focus on who I was, and I lost that confidence. That confidence was stripped away from me by one person. And
and the person was a pastor.
oh yes. But but like I said, it's
But
another conversation for another time. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
what I want us to know, that sometimes life
Mm,
do come to us,
mm,
especially a go-getter like yourself.
mm.
And I want us to just brush around it because it's going to help somebody. We are not talking about the gentleman. We are talking about how you lost yourself, financially abused, your confidence is gone. How were you able to discover yourself? Like this topic you are bringing. How now you've told us that God, okay, but after you have prayed to God, you need to make a move.
Of course, of
You need to
course,
make a
of
move.
course,
Some
of
people they
course.
just rely on God and just say pray and sit.
Hmm,
Okay.
hmm, hmm.
But in your circumstances, you have gone through a lot and now you are shining with 4 kids, with all these businesses under your name, okay, and still doing the work of God. And now you are even going into pastoral after Pastor Bia shining wise always saying that but you are still strong in there.
Yeah.
So how did you come out of this depression? How?
Um, Aligning myself with the right people. I was fortunate enough. The simple truth is, being graced with right people around me. I think that's what saved me, because you cannot make it in life isolated. I have learned that. And so, whilst I was going through that, I went on my knees and I prayed hard. I said, God, this is the type of people I need in my life in this moment of my life. And God was faithful. He brought those people in my life. And so the people around me, my circle of family, friends that have become closer than family members, have really helped me to come out of that dark pit. Yeah. That's why I say who you have around you has a big impact on whether you make it or you don't make it. So that's why it's very important to choose well your circle of friends. Yeah.
Wow. Very, very important to choose one. Say family,
Mm-hmm.
a friend. Like you are saying that I have to choose well.
Mm-hmm.
Come a point in my life whereby I know that this friend is so toxic. Okay. Yeah, many a times like myself, um, I always tend to overlook things and I always give people chances. But this is a situation whereby a lot of people like myself who are so forgiving, who are so loving, get themselves entangled into friendship that is so toxic that if you are not careful, you lose everything.
Mm.
So if you find yourself in that kind of toxicity, how do you manage to come out as a Christian? You don't want to fight the person. You don't want to, God says that we should forgive. Do you just forget the person totally, or how do you deal with that situation?
I think that situation will come with wisdom. I would need application of wisdom, and we're not to fight anybody, like you said, but it's important too that even though you're a Christian, it's important not to get entangled with toxic situations. If something feels toxic, you have the right to remove yourself from that toxic environment. Not that you have any bitterness. You do not hold bitterness towards the person, but you are choosing to associate yourself with people that align to where God is taking you in life. So if a person is not in alignment with where God is taking you in life and they are exhibiting toxic behaviors, then it is not wise to continue to be in that circle of friendship. And so I would say the wisest thing to do is to remove yourself from that circle of friendship and to, yeah. So that is what I would say. Being Christian doesn't mean staying in toxic relationships. Whether it's yeah, being a Christian doesn't mean staying in toxic relationships. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Sister Harmony. So, discovering yourself, motherhood. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you not failing when it comes to the kids?
Sometimes I feel like I am, but that's why I say every mother is never really satisfied with the job that they're doing. There's always something at the back of your mind saying, "Oh, I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough."
You are doing businesses for food. You are doing clothing. You are doing businesses. You are doing harmony block. So how do you have time for the kids?
Like I said, it's all about planning.
Okay.
I have a wonderful husband at the moment. God has wiped my tears. And so at first, I think we had a private conversation where I was saying at the beginning it was very difficult to ask him for help. I wanted to do it on my own, and I expected him to just know that I needed help. But as time went on, I realized no, he's not a magician. As
Because of where you are coming from,
because of where I was coming from before, because of being brought up in a single parent household, being able seeing firsthand that my mom was doing everything by herself, and then coming from that previous relationship, and so I felt like I couldn't ask people for help. That was an area I struggled with, was asking people for help, asking my spouse for help, I had to work on it. And so we had a discussion, and I said, babe, I want to go back to school. This is what God has placed in my heart, and I want to chase after my purpose, and this is what I need from you. And he had to align himself so that I can also walk in what God has placed in my heart. And so it took a lot of planning. It took a lot of compromise. I had to compromise. He had to compromise. We had to do the calendar. There are days where he doesn't go to work. On Saturdays, we said is a family day. I don't work. He don't work. And we use that day as a family to take the kids out. On Sundays is church day. During the week, there's times where I will take the kids to school. He will pick them up in the afternoon. It's about having that balance in the relationship. Asking, like I always go back to asking for help when you need help, because nobody is a magician. Nobody will know when you need help apart from yourself, especially your spouse. And I think one mistake that women we make is that we expect our spouse to know when we need help. And then when they don't know, we we get upset. Yeah. So
Yes,
so
to be certain way, and when
yes,
not quite.
yes. And especially, sorry, especially in this country where there's not a lot of family members to support you. It's just you and your husband. And if you're blessed, like I'm blessed, a few close friends that are able to assist. It's important to communicate well with your spouse. Yeah.
So that means at least you are balancing,
Yeah.
you are balancing home.
Yeah.
Everything is on the balance because you
Everything is on the balance, yeah, from both myself and from him as well. Yeah, because there was a time when he was doing day shifts, and because I needed to go back to school and he supported my dream, he had to stop what he loved doing and do night shifts so that I would be able to do the day and he would take care of the kids during the day. Simple things like this. If I hadn't communicated my needs to him, how would he know? Yeah.
you wouldn't you
Yes.
wouldn't know. Wow. So you were telling us a bit about, take us through your routine. Let's say Monday,
Mm-hmm.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bit about your routine, being a busy mom, a
Mm-hmm.
phenomenal mother
Mm-hmm.
who has a lot of goals to achieve,
Mm-hmm.
and still want to be a remarkable one. how do you juggle the week?
Okay.
Let's say
So Monday, okay, a typical day for us. Obviously during the week the kids are in school from 8:30 to
woke up in the morning.
wake up in the morning 6 a.m. We usually do 6 a.m. Yeah,
Hey,
the kids wake up at 6 a.m. Because we have to do half an hour prayers devotion, and then after that they get ready because I don't want to rush. Kids sometimes they take long to eat.
husband is always fighting with me. Me, I'm not an early wake up. I'm a penman. So, even 7, I'm complaining. Then I'm learning. I have to learn six
Yeah,
o'clock.
yeah.
But when I go to work, like I do night, my children are able to wake up like that 6 with my husband.
Yeah.
But with me, I sleep late and wake up late.
Mm.
It's a bad habit. Yes, what's it Ghana? Quebec has a sorry copra. So yes,
I
sorry to
mean,
cut
every household is
you
different.
off.
What works in my home may not work
You
for
want to
you.
be like Sister Harmony. You want to be a phenomenal woman. So take us through that. So 6 o'clock. Let's wake up 6 o'clock. All right.
Get the kids ready. At 6 o'clock, he's coming back from work, by the way. My other half is coming back to sleep. I get the kids ready, I take them to school. I have two little ones, a 2-year-old. I take him to nursery, and then it's usually left with me and baby. And that's when I take that time to work on my business from morning up till about 12 o'clock is dedicated to work because I work from home. And then in the afternoon, I make something for dinner so that when they come back, they'll have something to eat. And then usually by the afternoon, he's awake, he goes and picks up the kids. And then yeah. So that's my normal day. On Tuesdays, I study. Yeah, I study in the evenings. Yeah.
Book long.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That
and then so usually my off days are Saturdays and Sundays, which I have vowed to myself that I'm not gonna, no matter what, I'm not working on those days. Is for family, because the weekdays is very, very, very busy, and so to have that balance on weekends, we make sure that that's purely for family. Yeah.
purely for family.
Mm.
So you do some activities weekdays. Do you wake up at 6 o'clock the same Saturdays, or you have a bit of rest?
Saturdays we have rest-ins, um, um, because the kids have their own activities. After they wake up, they'll go swimming. My daughter is doing piano and taekwondo, so we'll take them to their various activities at the weekend. But we do have a lion on the weekend, apart from Sundays, because early church.
I'm
Yeah.
true. Wow, I'm astounded. I'm very thrilled about this. My goodness. Well done.
But like I said, what works in my household will not work in your household or the person listening to me, you know? So you have to find your what works best for you. You have to find your one. And I can't tell you that I'm waking up at this time, so you two wake up at this time. Because maybe you're working night shift and you get home at 5. There's no way you can sleep 1 hour and wake up at 6 o'clock, you know? So everybody's household is different. So you have to find what works for you and what you need in order for the household to flourish. And then you work within that. Yeah. So for now, this is what's working for me. It might change in the future. You never know. Yeah. But this is what's working for me.
Yeah, we are happy. So somebody is telling us that. Anyway, you can walk in someone's journey, but it can't be the same.
It cannot be the same.
Can't be the same because we are all making our own ways. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Can you please share with us your passion for women that is making you bring this organization? I know you are in the process of bringing it up, but what made you thought of women and not children? Oh,
Is something that's always been in my heart. I'm a survivor of domestic abuse. I'm a survivor of somebody that has lost their confidence. I've survived that, and I'm a survivor of postpartum, and so yeah, of postpartum, and so I'm passionate.
depression.
Yeah, I'm passionate about mothers, especially mothers in this country. We're often isolated without much help and expected to just get on with it. And so I created this organization, Ladies of Distinction, to bring together women, mothers to be, um, who need to find their purpose and their identity. And what we do is we help each other to realize what our purpose is in life, what gifts God has placed inside of us, and then help each member to utilize their gift and to walk in their calling, in their purpose, and in their identity without without any apology. And so one of the ways we do that is, say if you come into the organization and you have a business that you want to start and you don't know where to start, we have lectures that will come and teach us on business strategies, how to open a business, how to start a business, and we also try, and if the finances are there,
Please ask my name.
we support with finance as little as we can. We support, and if you come into the group and say you are a caterer, we have workshops where we will ask you to teach us, how to make some certain foods. If you come into a group, you are a tailor, you utilize that gift by teaching the rest of the group. Aside from helping each other, we also do UK charity outreach, where we work with various churches to feed the homeless, Operation Feed the Homeless. So, for example, in next May, we have we've partnered with a church organization where we would cook meals, hot meals, to feed the homeless, and yeah, so that's the kind of things we do. We also visit domestic violence, work in partnership with domestic violence organization for women, and to give them hampers and stuff. So that's what I'm working on at the moment, and we're now trying to register it and to get it charity approved in the UK. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
God bless. Someone just said there that God bless you for having women at heart. There's a lot of questions. Um, I want us to go through it before we call it a day. If there's any that you can read, just go ahead. I'm also looking at it. Um, exactly. Someone was agreeing with you. Um, Fire Lady said, but aren't they? They means the husband.
The men, yes.
The obvious things like kids and work.
Yeah, aren't they supposed to know?
Mm.
They're supposed to know in our mind.
In our
um,
minds, but they are supposed to know. But okay, I'll leave you to answer that.
I think they're supposed to know, but I also don't. At times, let me go back to this. At times, I used to feel like you should know. I used to tell my husband, but you should know. Why aren't you doing it? You should know that I need help. You should know that I need this. And then he was like, okay, I
But
should.
God, let me tell you, God knows our needs. Why
Yes,
don't we tell us
yes,
to ask Him?
yes.
Even God, oh, God, He knows what we need, but He preferred that we tell Him exactly what we need. So, Fire Lady, I think that the men, they know exactly what we need, but they feel proud in it, and like being assertive and being that, a man who say ceremony wrong. If you tell a man that, can you help me get a bra, can you help me get a car, I think it's in a different way, and momo ya mema than say you expect them to know. You expect them, and how you communicate to is very, very important. How you communicate your need across to your husband is very, very important.
Important, yeah. Yeah, it's very, very important. And I used to get very annoyed. Like I said, I used to feel like, oh, there are certain things you should just know and you should just do it. And I realized that I'm fighting a losing battle, and it doesn't take away anything from me if I just asked anyway. So let me just ask. And when I ask, it gets done. So I think sometimes you just have to pick our battles, if that's the right words to say. If, yeah, it doesn't take anything from me to ask or from you to ask. So